Hey guys, I'm sitting in my yard with my best dude, and who ended up in the ER last week for hemorrhagic gastroenteritis, which is the scientific term for blowing it out both ends. So I want to talk a minute about some of the things that I did that saved us some trouble and saved me some money in the long run. So one of the things that I do every single day is scoop my yard. Paying attention to your dog's poop is a great way to figure out what is going on with the rest of them. I know that if Tower has soft poops, that I have either not been working him enough, or he was stressed out from something, and I should probably figure out what's going on. So, Tuesday last week, I noticed he had the soft poops. Wednesday evening, he was feeling really puny and started puking, so I did not give him dinner on Wednesday night. Thursday morning, he still was not keeping down water, so Thursday morning, very first thing, we called our regular vet, who was able to get us in for one of their emergency spot appointments at 2. So we kept him kind of quiet for the day and got him there for that 2 o'clock appointment, and immediately ran some blood work, and the blood work came back, thankfully not pancreatitis, but the blood work did show that he probably had HGE. And then we immediately called the emergency clinic. The vet clinic that I use could not offer supportive care overnight, and I know that, so it made more sense just to get him set up at the emergency clinic as soon as possible. And thankfully, my vet clinic is very proactive about that, and they, as soon as they realized he was sick, and we were going to have to hospitalize him, they went ahead and called our friends at Bay Beach, and were able to get him on the list before they ran out of space for him, and hit capacity for the night. So his vet appointment was at 2 o'clock. They placed his IV catheter at Edinburgh, and they got him on some fluids, got his Cerenia and his Famotidine on board, and then we immediately transferred him to the emergency clinic. Didn't stop for food, didn't dawdle, didn't check on the dogs. It was straight from point A to point B, so that when we did walk into the emergency clinic, I was able to tell them exactly what happened. I was able to give the assistant that took him exactly what was going on, exactly the medical history that he had, and they walked him straight back and got him hooked up to his IVs and were able to give him his supportive care that he needed for the night. He did really well overnight, and I called to check on him at about 11 o'clock the next morning, and he was ready to go. And so typically with HGE, they want to keep him for 24 to 48 hours, and since we were so proactive about everything, and he responded so well to the treatment, he got kicked out after about 15 hours, which saved us some money in IV fluids and in the hospitalization costs. So, all to say, if you think something is wrong with your dog, do not hesitate to call your vet. Even if it's nothing, at least they can tell you that it is nothing and you are only out a $65 exam fee, and not hundreds and hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars at the emergency clinic because you waited.